Good morning. It is 6:46 a.m. on what is today? Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. More tired than I should be today, and that's because I stayed up later than I should have. I was actually thinking to myself all day yesterday, I haven't got enough sleep the last 2 nights. I better go to bed early tonight. And I said, yep, that's a good idea. And it was a good idea all the way up until the point where I didn't do that and stayed up too late again. And then now I'm thinking to myself, like, what? You mean to say that you made a good plan that you agreed with? It was your idea, and there's really no argument against it other than you wanted to keep watching the show you were watching? Hmm, that doesn't sound like you. And I'm thinking, like, what? Do you even know me? Sounds exactly like me. Case in point. Yeah, so I'm kind of sleepy. My elbow. See, this is the scraped one from yesterday. I'm still got the band-aid on this, but yeah. So walking around, sling on one arm, band-aids on the other arm. Um, it's all what it's fine. I'm fine. Um, I am tired though. I was thinking a little bit about comic books yesterday because and just as a case in point to illustrate the idea of setting expectations for yourself that limit things. Like, well, okay, I'm not expressing this well because it's early in the morning and I'm tired. What I guess I mean is you can that like there's never going to be enough time to do everything, right? Of course. And some things cost money and some things just take time. And the point is that there are lots of things out there that would be fun to do and you can't do all of them. And that's frustrating sometimes because so for example, TV shows or reading comic books and everything. It's like I think about it in the abstract and say, I want to keep watching that show. I want to keep reading this comic book. I am interested. I'm engaged. I am entertained when I consume that content. But it does take time. And it does, depending on what it is, it costs money. Indirectly, sort of, for the TV show. Like, I'm already buying the cable, so the point is, though, that like you can get to a point where you sort of take on so many of these entertainment properties where you're invested or engaged in the stories and you want to continue and like to fail to continue almost feels like a failing, like, well, but I am interested. I do like the show. It's one thing to be able to tell yourself if you're not enjoying something, then why are you doing it? Well, for watching TV shows, like, why would you watch a TV show you don't like? That seems silly to me. Um, but the point is that, like, you may like it, but it does take an hour to watch, so what else that you could be doing are you going to sacrifice for it? And making those choices is very difficult. So as I was reading comic books last night, because I still hadn't read all of the ones that I bought last week in preparation for this week, and I'm thinking to myself, if I'm already not making time to read all of these comic books before the next batch comes out, maybe I should try just not. Certainly, I would save money if I'm not buying those comic books, and that hurts to say because it's like, but I wanna read them, And then I think about the shows, and it's like, oh, but I want to watch that show. And then there's all of these things that you want to do, but you can't do all of it. It's hard to make those choices. I don't have a good answer for all of that, except to just express that it's an ongoing issue. All right, I guess that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes, and maybe at some point, I will achieve nerdvana, and I will be able to perfectly balance all of my nerdy interests. I wouldn't hold my breath though. But what if holding your breath is the way to nerdvana? I could try it, but what else would I give up in order to do that? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.